Alright, this little play video is in honor of forever kitten Chato there. He's 1.5 years old, but he's just forever going to be a kitten, aren't you, Chato? And his friend Otis. Otis, can you stop playing with yourself and introduce yourself for a minute, Otis? Thank you. Otis is a wonderful cat, too. They'll be leaving us soon, but Curtis will be staying for a while. And as I've mentioned in other videos, forever kitten Chato's only imperfection is just that he was born a boy. And even though he was neutered at a fairly young age, aren't you, Chato? His father has still taken exception to him being here in very rough ways at times. And I can keep them in separate rooms here, but I can't do that where we're going in another week. So, searching far and wide, chatting with several people. I think I found 2 candidates to rehome him, at least one of which is also interested in Otis. And while it's not nearly as rough, there is a conflict, and always has been, between Otis and Boss Queen Peaches. Even though Queen Peaches has raised Otis as kittens since Otis wasn't able to nurse them for whatever reason. And I think it's also best for Otis because after getting spayed, she became very withdrawn. And she, as you can see, she doesn't, she's about the same age as Chato, but she just doesn't have interest in playing in a group. Now, if it's just me and her, one-on-one, she's very playful and affectionate. Maybe with one other cat like Chato. She never was terribly playful, except one-on-one. But since being spayed especially, it's gotten to be where she's not just not playful, but she'll frequently hiss at the kittens and even swat at them. And I know from experience that'll eventually, especially when Peaches has another litter. I went through this with Marble, Cheeto's first girlfriend, after she got spayed, where she started hissing and swatting at the kittens. And Peaches gets upset, and it even gets to the point where Chato picks up on Peaches being upset and has something to say to the spayed females. Otis and Pete and Chato have been getting along just fine. It hasn't gotten to that point, and I sure don't want to see it. But in any event, Otis will be much better off in a family environment, hopefully one where she'll have indoor-outdoor access, which is, she was about 1 year old when I adopted her, and she was an indoor-outdoor cat when I got her. And, yeah, today's Tuesday. Is it November 10th? 11th, something like that. One or the other. And we've got a plan we're working on to bring Otis and Chato. Yes, Otis and Chato. Bring them out to a family outside of Eugene, Oregon, as a Christmas present for the kids. Of course, it'll be a very early Christmas present because the rest of us need to head south. So that's the plan. Chato and Peaches are down in the office. Watch out. They had their morning play session earlier with Curtis and Poppy and Oddball. And after a bit of play, Chato gets pretty riled up and he likes to take a rest break, sort of in isolation. Peaches is kind of the same way, and they like to have their time together. Otis is kind of like that too, actually. Otis just likes to have her time to groom herself and get little pets on the head. Right? That's what Otis likes, with a little bit of playtime. Okay, we'll see if we can find Mr. Chato. I need something to flick these toys with. Although Poppy doesn't need me to be flicking them. I had a yardstick right in here. It worked real well for me. I don't know where it is now. Maybe I took it out to the van when I was working on some fabric. Well, I still have my plastic hockey stick. The plastic hockey stick should make for a good flick. What do you think, Chato? Shoot one past you. Goal, Chato. You got to get up and block those shots. Goal. Okay, Chato, you're going to be able to block the mouse? Didn't make it to you. This is Chato's favorite mouse. But looks like Curtis has something to say about that. And on we go. Right, Curtis? Chasing little toys, getting our exercise. Maybe we'll even make it up to the... That's not much of a toy. We might make it up to the balcony later today for some play. The big orange ball doesn't seem to interest them too much. Makes a neat sound, but I guess it doesn't resemble any kind of prey. Certainly not like a bottle cap. Curtis. Well, it's all pretty basic tabby cat play. But in the few remaining days that I have, Chato, forever kitten with me. I want to give him some special attention. And make some little video clips featuring him. And when it quiets down, I'll probably focus more on Otis as well. She's not that into playing though. And she's only 2 years old. Right, Chato? Okay, this has kind of been a long video, almost 9 minutes. And hope some people enjoyed it. Or will enjoy it. There's the big fluffy Poppy. My tribute to forever kitten Chato. And his friend Otis. May they have a happy and peaceful new home together.